Hi, this is Terri. I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of keto, carnivore, and counting calories. I started my journey in August of 2019 and reached my goal in November of 2022. Now that I've reached my goal, I'm focusing on my health, both physical and mental. Thank you for watching. Hey, I usually do what I'm about to do before I record what I'm going to make for the next day. My mouth is still frozen. Just deal with it. Anyway, after something I do, if you have a creamy, or if you don't have a creamy and you're wondering about them, because I do it every single night, when it gets done, hang on, I'll show you just a second. When it gets done, if no ice cream got down into this part, then I don't soak it. But if ice cream does get down in it, sometimes like it spills out over the edge. But if none gets in it, then I just set it off to the side. But now I'm going to show you what I do with the other part. So don't look, this is all my day's dishes. So I run some soapy water and I pull the blade out and then I soak it. And then I have the lid in here. So then after I'm done eating, I come in, I get my little jobber here, and I poke it down in this little hole, and I scrub this out. There's something down in there. Alright, I clean that, and then I scrub this one. Make sure I scrub the little hole, and then I rinse all the soap out of this dealing. And I kind of shake it a little bit. And I shake that a little bit. And I put it in this container and I set this on top of it and it sits over by my thing. Hang on. Don't be looking over there. Just mind your business. Mind your business. So then I take my container and I bring it right over here. And I just let it air dry until tomorrow. And then I do the same thing. But the reason why I do that, come back over here. I know, we're back in the fourth, and we're playing table tennis. Did y'all ever play table tennis? I grew up in a generation when we didn't have Atari, we didn't have didn't have Nintendo. They didn't have those things when I was a kid, but we had an Odyssey. And before that, we had the table tennis, and there's pong, and you had a paddle, and then it connect your TV, and then bing, 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 and you'd have to. You'd have to hit it and it bounce back to this person. You'd hit it and then go back and forth. Any of y'all have pong? I think pong or table tennis. No, table tennis is ping pong. Anyway, we had the kind for your television. Anyway, so since I come home from work and I have dishes that I have to wash anyway, 5 days a week, that works out by just soaking that. And then I do that, and then I get to my dishes from lunch and my dishes from supper. And so that's kind of how I've been working it. So, all right, now we'll get to the food part. And see, now it's all done. So now we can get on to our food for tomorrow. We're going to make us another meatloaf bowl. So I already did this with my red onion. I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to do it with some white onion or yellow onion, whatever color it is. So we just have to remember 35 grams. So now I got this chop. I've had this for a lot of years. And so we did some red onion, but we're going to do a little bit of white onion too. So we're just going to sprinkle just a little bit down in that well. And I didn't put the cap on it this last time, so I'm going to try it again. So just put it right down here. Anybody remember these? I think they used to call it Slap It or something. Mine gets stuck. Maybe that's why I quit using it. And look at there. Look at that. Look at them chopped onions. My other thing's dirty, so I kind of have to use this right now. All right. So, hang on. Now let me add this one. All righty. So there we got those onions. Oh, no. I thought I was going to put this in the dishwasher or in the sink, but I needed that lid. Now we're going to do our peppers. So I was actually been working on editing my video from last night, and I was talking about Happy Days, And I am so shocked and disappointed in myself. You know, you can't watch Happy Days without singing 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11, 12, clock, rock, we'll rock around the clock tonight. The clock strikes 1. Something, something, something is something, something. We're going to rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Doop doopy doo, doop doopy doo. Alright, so now we got some peppers. Let's put those in there. We're getting it fine. Fine as wine, y'all. Fine as wine. Alrighty. So, oh, you know what else I did want to put in there? I usually put jicama on my salad, but I got to thinking, I wonder how that chopper would work on some jicama. Now, my chopper actually comes with a base that you can put in it. Alright, but that's... Okay, so I kind of have an idea of how much, and you put the little base on it. You're supposed to do this. Alright, let's see if it chopped up the jicama. Oh, it did a good job of it. I'm just thinking that might be, you know, with the, oh, what the heck did I say I was making, y'all? Meatloaf in a bowl, meatloaf bowl. With that, you usually, like a lot of times, like my sister, when she makes it, she uses breadcrumbs or something as a binder whenever she's going to bake it. Well, I know I'm not baking it, but that's kind of like my binder, even though it ain't really, but it kind of is. So, give me a second because I need to write those numbers down. Now, we want to go ahead and add in the ground beef. Gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Doop dooby doo, doop dooby doo. Alright, so we got that. And what else goes on in a burger? Onions, some seasonings, duh. Let's put in some basil, just because it's there. And it'll look prettyful. And what's this? Some buttery steakhouse. I know it ain't a steak. But I can do it if I want to. I can if I want to. Where'd my others go? Yep, and let's just go on and put in some caramelized onion and butter seasoning. Yes, oh yes, ma'am. And I know I'm going to have some ketchup, but let's go ahead and put in some of this tomato and chicken bouillon just to give it an extra twang. It's so funny. I know this is bouillon, but I treat it like seasoning. And then I wonder why my toes are like sausages. Don't care about my toes. They're fine. All right, so now we're going to add some mustard. Bloop. Nice job, Terry. So 5 grams of that. Hopefully I'll remember it. Let's zero it out. And then ketchup. Now, last time I made this, there was not enough ketchup. So I have not watered down my ketchup here. So we're going to do, alrighty. Alright, we're going to do 59 grams. Now this I got to write down. Hang on. I love ketchup. Ketchup. Okay, 50. No, oh, now it's 60. Now, 59 and mustard. 5. All right, I think that's all I can think of to go in that. If y'all think of something else, let me know. But I think that's going to taste so good, so good. It'll be like a burger in a bowl, except for there's just no pickles in it. So, there we go. That's going to be our main for tomorrow. Now let's go on and get our salad going. Since I got so many vegetables in that, I'm not going to add a bunch of vegetables to this salad. Oh, I forgot my apple. Hold up. It takes longer to select an apple nowadays because I got to check them all out. This last batch was not too swoofed, y'all. Not too swoofed. Okay, so I already had jicama and onions. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to finish off. There's these 4 tomatoes. Let's put those in there. So that's 42 grams of tomatoes. And then we're just going to go on and add some of our pickled veg. I'm going to swish this around. I finished up my my bread and butter pickles. The ones that I bought. And I went ahead and dumped it into here. And so, I need a scooper. Here we go. Let me zero you out. Again, this is mostly cucumbers. So this weekend, editing Terri, add cucumbers to your shopping list. And 1 red onion and 1 yellow onion. And peppers. And 2 cabbage and 2 rutabaga. Okay. Now we're good to go on that. Sometimes you got to tell future Terri what to do. She gets a little discombobulated and she needs some guidance. So sometimes we just got to give her some guidance, y'all. All right, now I'm not going to dump this tonight, although I could. It saved me a utensil. I'm all about saving a utensil if I can. And then we'll add our seasoning. So, bloop. All right. Now what I did tonight, you guys, I made up some new dressing, a fresh dressing. We got to finish this one off before I can use it. But the reason why I recorded me making it. I don't know when it's going to come out. At some point it'll come out. But when it does, I'll upload it as just my dressing. So then I know people sometimes ask me, they're like, hey, what kind of dressing do you use? And now I'll be able to like, hey, well, you can watch me make it from start to finish. And then they will know exactly how it's made. And they'll get to see it from start to finish. And it won't just be me describing it. So, all right, so we got that. So now we got to add this. Did I add? I don't think I added up here. Hang on. Cucumbers. Where's my cukes? Oh, Terri. Why don't you have cucumbers up here? Okay, I'll just put up here 150. All right. Close enough. All right. So now our dressing, and then don't let me forget, y'all, we have to add some seasoning. Do not let me forget that. I was hoping I could finish that off, but yeah, let's finish it off. There we go. It's a little too much, but that's all right. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You can do it anyway. Any former cheerleaders in the house? I was not a cheerleader. I was too chunky and not about that cheerleader life. I had a sister who was a cheerleader. I had one sister who was kind of a cheerleader, and she was like, I don't know, she was all into that stuff. And she was like the class president, that kind of person. Then the other sister was like, I don't know, she just punch you for looking at you. But I say that. I'm just kidding, Susan. If you're watching, I'm just kidding. I love you. But anyway, so yeah, my sisters were absolutely 2 totally different sisters. But now on the flip side, then there was me. I was like that awkward band geek. I was in the band, but yet I was friends and got along with all the people. I was kind of like I was like a chameleon. I would go, people were nice to me and I was nice to people. I was kind of a class clown. I bet that's a shock, huh? Me, class clown. Anyway, so I was friends with everybody. And so I was just, and I had already gone to a private school. So I was already kind of nerdy and weird as it was. But because I did play some sports before I got lazy, I did make some, and I was in Girl Scouts, so I made some friends with those kids. All right, so spoon, then our salad, which is a little small tomorrow, and then our what I call this? Oh my stars, meatloaf bowl, and then my breakfast. This is my Begga cake. I got a video on this if you want to see it, called Begga cake, Begga cake, CAKE. And then I take 1 wedge of Laughing Cow cheese wedge and my apple. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our breakfast and lunch for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I gotta do some meal prep this weekend too, because my sister's gonna be in town, I think, next weekend. And so, one of my sisters. And so, I'm gonna be spending, a lot of time over there at mom's and stuff. So I'm gonna have to do some serious meat meal prep this weekend, because it's gonna have to last me for a couple weeks. So, anyway, I'm gonna be doing some chicken and beef. So tomorrow night, which is Friday, I'll have to pull it out of the freezer before I go to bed. And then Saturday, because also the next weekend is a family reunion, so I won't be able to do a whole lot that weekend. But I also need to make up some burger patties, because I'll take a family vacation in 3-4 weeks. So I want to take those burger patties with me. I've probably told y'all this 20 times, but I'm telling you again. So I'm going to make 24 of my frozen burger patties. So that'll be something. I've done it on here hundreds of times, but that'll be something different that, for those of you who are new, you can see how I meal prep my burger patties if I have to go somewhere. So, all right. That's our breakfast and lunch, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. I've got my Begga cake. I can't think I've told you all that it's the same recipe that I used when I was making my waffles. So I just kind of use the word interchangeably. But it's the 1 cup of finely shredded rutabaga and 3 eggs. In the past, I would cook it in a waffle maker, and now I do it in my skillet. So same recipe, just different presentation. So anyway, so sometimes you will hear me say the wrong word. Anyway, but I got my Laughing Cow cheese and some everything bagel seasoning on. I do this every time. I brought my lunch, and Suzanne and I are going to our off-site directors meeting. Anyway, I'll probably go to Applebee's again. And so, but I'll show you when I get it. And I'll probably come back and eat my apple. All right, bye. And I've already had 1 bite, but there's steak and broccoli. It's a double order of broccoli. That's what I got. Hey there, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and eat this apple. So it's about 1:40. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my apple. Because, yeah, okay. Bye. Okay, so I tell you all the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me spit out my gum. I'm going to tell you some ugly. Hang on. I just put that piece of gum in my mouth. Now I'm sad. That was a fresh piece of gum. I should have just put it up on my cup. Well, anyway. All right, so let's talk. Went out to eat, and you saw I had that steak and the broccoli. Well, I logically know that was plenty. And then I came back and had the apple. I logically know that was plenty. But Terri is Terri. And Terri is sitting here thinking, that wasn't as much as I usually eat for lunch. I need to go eat my salad. I should eat my salad. I got that salad back there. So I want to let you know, because maybe you have that problem too. And something I do know, I have not drank this like I should today. So, anyway, so I just want you to know that I may be at a scale number-ish that I would like to be. But your brain is your brain, and you're always going to have the same brain. And you're always going to have the battles of, I usually eat more than that. I want to go eat more. I want more than that. So I just want to share that with you, because that's what I'm going through. I have a little bit of, noise in my stomach, and my brain is like, oh, that's hunger. That's hunger. No, it ain't. It is not hunger. But that's how my brain's interpreting it. And so I'm going to focus on pouring on this water. It's probably I can't see. Oh, looks like it's about to hear. So I'm going to chug that water before it's 3:40 right now. So I'm going to chug that water. But I like sharing things like that, because when I was in weight loss mode, and even in the early stages, that's something I would have loved to know, because, you always think about,
oh, when I get to that number on the scale, my life is going to be perfect. No, it ain't. It's still the same brain. You still got the same addictions. You still got the same excuses. You still got the same reasons for why you binge. You still got the, the reasons why you got overweight in the first place. Your brain is still remembering those events for why you eat to protect yourself. Your brain's just remembering all those things. That doesn't go away. That's why I say I may have reached the number on the scale, but I'm working on my mental health. But anyway, I just want you all to know, and I want to share with you all that, yeah, I just went out to eat, and it was 6-ounce steak and 2 servings of broccoli, and then I had an apple. So logically, that's plenty. It's plenty. But my brain says, it's not enough. It's not enough. So I just want to share that with you because, I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there you go. Now you're in my loop. I gotta sneeze. Bye.
Hi, we are home, and it's good to be home. It's Friday. Oh, I gotta remember to pull my stuff out of the freezer. Editing, Terry, when you're done editing, don't forget to pull the stuff out of the freezer. Supper tonight is gonna be my meatloaf bowl. I'm so sad that I didn't get to eat this for lunch. But you guys, I made it. I know I had that had that conversation with you all about how I was hungry, but I made it, and I didn't hurt nobody. I didn't hurt nobody from hunger. So we got our meatloaf bowl. Let's take a bite. We're gonna have this for supper. That's real good. Man, oh man, oh man. Delicioso. And then my salad. I saw the other day that, how did they say, some generations do this for heart. There's one generation, and how is it they do it? I can't remember. That there's different ways. Like some people do this, others do, I can't remember. It looked kind of funky. I don't remember how it was. Hang on, I'm going to Google it and see. Okay, so it's this. This is how the new generation does a heart. That's so weird. I'm sorry if you're the new generation, but that's so weird because you got all this excess meat out there. Here, it's like all together. But here you got all this. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Anyway, but that's how the new generation does their hearts. If you didn't know, now you know. I saw it on the TikTok. All right, so my frozen protein shake, it is, I used it's the one I made the other day. It is half of a serving of my cookies and cream isopure protein powder, one serving of the cheesecake pudding. See, I wrote it down to remind myself, and a half a cup of milk. So that is what this is right here. So, yep, it's going to be a good day. Gonna be a good day. All my clouds are gone today. All my friends are around today. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. That was the song I was playing whenever I was looking that up. All right, so that's my supper. I love you guys. Happy Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what I get into. I got a long laundry list of stuff I gotta do because my sister's coming to town next week. I gotta clean the house, really clean the house, because she's gonna come over to my house. So we're talking, I'm gonna have to actually clean the floors. Nah, I ain't gonna deep clean, but I'm gonna have to actually dust. I'm gonna have to actually sweep my floors. I'll probably steam mop my kitchen, So the family comes to town twice a year. So that's how often my house gets deep clean. Not deep clean. House gets really clean. Roomba does a good enough job for me on the daily. But when other humans are going to come into my house, I got to do a little bit more. But that's all right. All right. Love you guys. I got to get to it. Bye.